Ever wonder why other players can unleash multiple sword waves while you can't? Welcome to PvE Build Episode 1. In this episode, I'll be covering the builds for Nameless Sword and Spear as well as dual swords, and how to maximize your DPS output. Let's start with the inner way setup. Both Nameless Sword and Spear and dual swords require Sword Morph, Morale Chant, and Battle Anthem. The difference is that Nameless Sword and Spear takes Mountain's Might as the fourth inner way. When we use the spear to cast martial arts skills, we recover stamina, and Mountain's Might lets us recover even more. For dual swords, just slot in any damage-boosting inner way for your fourth pick. Either Invigorated Warrior or Fivefold Bleed works great. Now let's talk about gear. Open up your Develop menu and find the guide. For your left 4 gear pieces, go with the Bellstrike Umbra set. This is your highest damage set. The right 4 pieces don't really matter. They won't affect your damage output. Both Nameless Sword and Spear and dual swords rely on Nameless Sword waves for damage. The stats you want most are max physical attack, affinity rate, momentum, and power. Min physical attack is the least important, so when you're picking gear, prioritize pieces with those recommended stats. For mystic skills, just equip Soaring Spin, Dragon's Breath, and Drunken Poet. So what combo deals the highest damage? You need to understand that your main damage source is sword waves. At Sword Morph level 1, before combat starts, you can long press R to fire off 3 sword waves. After using your special skill, you can also long press R for 3 more sword waves. Finally, after completing a full martial arts skill and getting your QI shield, you can long press R for another 3 sword waves. Here's the key detail though. When you get your shield and immediately long press R for 3 sword waves, your shield still has a bit of time left. If you quickly long press R again during that window, you can squeeze out another 3 sword waves. Use this to your advantage by switching to your other weapon to use a skill, or pop Soaring Spin. The goal is to buy time for stamina recovery and wait out your Nameless Sword martial arts skill cooldown. Let's start with the dual swords combo. Use your Nameless Sword martial arts skill to get your shield. After firing off 6 sword waves, use Soaring Spin. When that ends, use your strategic sword martial arts skill for damage and bleed. Switch to Nameless Sword, use your martial arts skill again for the shield, fire off 6 sword waves, and repeat. Since I'm demonstrating on the CN server, I might have more stamina than you do. Give it a try yourself. If your skill isn't off cooldown or you're low on stamina, just slow down your transitions a bit. Now for the Nameless Sword and Spear combo, use your Nameless Sword martial arts skill to get your shield. After 6 sword waves, use Soaring Spin. When that ends, use your Spear martial arts skill to recover stamina. Switch to Nameless Sword, use your martial arts skill for the shield, fire off 6 sword waves, and repeat. You might end up with excess stamina sometimes. Feel free to throw in your Nameless Sword special skill. Optimize your combo on global server accordingly. Now, once you hit Sword Morph level 4, everything changes. Within 5 seconds of releasing 3 sword waves, long pressing R will keep releasing 3 sword waves continuously. This completely transforms how we deal damage. We no longer need the Chui shield to fire off 3 sword waves, which means we can break up our martial arts skills. Plus, when our stamina is low, it actually recovers faster. This is the most practical infinite sword waves technique for low stamina situations. Here's the Nameless Sword and Spear combo. Use your special skill. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use your Spear martial arts skill to recover stamina, then keep firing sword waves until you're out of stamina. At that point, use Soaring Spin and wait for your stamina to recover enough for 1 set of 3 sword waves. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use your Spear martial arts skill to recover stamina. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use the first and second parts of your martial arts skill. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use the third part of your martial arts skill and wait just a moment. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Go back to the beginning and use Soaring Spin. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Just keep repeating this loop. I could literally do this all day. Now for the dual swords combo. Use your special skill, long press R for 3 sword waves. Keep firing sword waves until you're out of stamina. Use Soaring Spin and wait for enough stamina to fire 1 set of 3 sword waves. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use your strategic martial arts skill for damage and bleed. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use the first and second parts of your martial arts skill. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Use the third part of your martial arts skill and wait just a moment. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Go back to the beginning and use soaring spin. Long press R for 3 sword waves. Just keep repeating. I could do this all day too, but heads up, the dual swords combo is more prone to mistakes than nameless sword and spear. However, with the extra damage and bleed from strategic martial arts skill, the DPS is slightly higher. It's your call which one to go with. Just know that once you hit Sword Morph level 6, Nameless Sword and Spear can put out more sword waves and is way more consistent. I don't recommend sticking with dual swords for PvE at that point. Once you guys hit Sword Morph level 4, let me know and I'll drop an update on how to weave in Dragon's Breath and Drunken Poet while firing sword waves for even higher damage.